Hello, Eternal Friends! Good to see you again. We have another new deck tech. This one is from our Tournament of Power, where we take every single one of the subdecks that were submitted to me over the last month, and we fight them off against the ladder, slowly eliminating them until only one, the scientifically best deck in Eternal, is left. And that month, well, this month, it was Expedition Dragons. Dargons. We have Yandatari's list, which I've been very surprised with. I thought that this was good. It's a nice, just aggressive kind of list, but I didn't realize the explosive power that it would have. So there's a few things in here that are really cool that I kind of want to mention. So obviously it's a very aggressive, mono fire style list, built for Expedition. Idea, you've got Ruthless Stranger, Covetous Stranger, Teething Whelp, a lot of little aggressive units kind of thing. Makes a lot of sense. And then you've got some dragons, you've got Cozin, you've got Burningcore Drake, you got the Tattoo Dragon, Eclipse, all that kind of stuff. Okay, well, burn spells, Sear. What makes this deck more interesting to me is really Tota Pioneer and how much I've kind of underestimated this card. This deck works pretty good when it's just trying to do aggressive things, Teething Whelps and Covetous Stranger, and you're just kind of smashing face, slam a Burningcore, and just hopefully try and end your opponent fast. Where this deck gets stupid and fast is when you get a Tota Pioneer. If you get Tota Pioneer early, your whole hand just becomes free a lot of the time. You just get to slam so much extra stuff onto the board because you have so many things that'll make you a second card in a turn. So the idea of the deck is to really utilize that kind of thing. Tota Pioneer and then Tattoo Dragon. And Tattoo Dragon is also a really big part of it, but I think that the subtle thing is that a lot of opponents don't even realize that Tota Pioneer is the real problem. I've won quite a few games on stream with this during the Tournament of Power by people just killing everything around Tota Pioneer and never dealing with this. And this card is an incredible threat because you get extra cards off of Covetous Stranger. You get an extra card off of Burningcore Drake. You get extra cards in the form of treasure troves off of Cozin Darkheart. You get them off of Blazing Salvo. You get them off of Kaleb's Favor. You get them off of Dragon Forge. You get them off of Emblem of Shavka. You can just see over and over and over again. There's a ton of different ways that are all incidental because these are all good cards. You'd play Emblem of Shavka in an aggro deck. Why wouldn't you? It makes perfect sense to play it in a mono fire aggro deck. It's not a card that you're having to change your deck around to play. It just incidentally happens to be something that draws you an extra card because when you decimate it, you create and draw an Ash Elemental. And again, same with Covetous Stranger, Cozin Darkheart, or Blazing Salvo, Kaleb's Favor. These are all cards that you would expect to see them in a deck that doesn't have something like Tota Pioneer or Tattoo Dragon, they'd be more than acceptable. So just kind of getting these as payoffs for having all these cards that you already want in your deck, you're not even really running any downside to get this synergy. It's just been fantastic. If you get two Tota Pioneers out, game's pretty much over from my experience. It's really easy to just get everything in your hand down for very free, and then or close to free or free, and then right afterwards, you just pay for once or twice even a turn, and just smash with gigantic units again and again and again, having Overwhelm. So it can really take over a game. I've been very impressed with it. Besides that, in some ways, it kind of feels straightforward. It plays like an aggro deck. There's a lot of things that you can talk about. It's just a ton of aggressive creatures. We can get into the market picks. I don't know entirely all the reasons for all of them. I'll admit, I don't play nearly as much Expedition as most people do. I've really just liked a lot of Throne stuff, but you can kind of make some sense of some of it. Obviously, Factory Quota is really good for just ending games. It's a nice little bit of reach for when an opponent starts to manage to board stall and turn a game around. You can get Factory Quota, stop them from gaining life, and just kind of put inevitability on them. Phoenix Stone is just a ton of damage really, really quickly, so if you just want to end the game fast, you can do it that way. Rampage, same kind of thing. Obviously, Draconic Ire is there just to get rid of problem relics and things like that, and then the Edict. So it makes sense, a couple little things in the market. I don't know if you'd want to switch around some of the market things. I never really used Phoenix Stone a whole lot when I was doing it, but I don't know if you'd maybe have a better chance of that. Same with, Quota I didn't use as much either, but I actually really like the idea of it, so I'm not sure that I would cut that. But yeah, I've just been really impressed with this deck. There's not a lot to say in other than what I've already said. Like, kind of the plan is to try and get down to Tota Pioneer. I wish that there was a way in this deck to make it easier to actually just have Tota Pioneer all the time. Tota Pioneer or Tattoo Dragon, because those are really just the things that really put this over the top. But there's not a lot you can do in Mono Fire for that. And I mean, it does have what you can do, right? It's got the treasure troves off of Covetous Stranger and Burningcore Drake. And, you know, you've got Kaleb's Favor to just kind of thin your deck a little bit, and Dragon Forge to find the Tattoo Dragon. Like, maybe there's an argument to putting in more Dragon Forges and taking out, like, a little bit of Touch of Force or something. I could definitely see that as maybe being a possibility. If you want to play with some of the numbers yourself, I would maybe suggest starting there, just because I found it so incredibly important to have the cards that are payoffs for drawing 2 cards in a turn. Tattoo Dragon is criminally underrated. This card's scary. And like I said, Tota Pioneer is maybe even worse, which I never thought that I would think that. But after playing this deck for a little while on stream, I mean, man, I think that Tattoo Dragon might be less important in this deck than Tota Pioneer. And that's wild to me. But I've had a blast with it. I hope that you enjoy these videos. I'm going to be playing a bunch of games with it now, and you can check them out. And just check the next video. We'll be doing all the matches there. Thank you very much for supporting me and helping me do all of these tournaments. If you're a sub, you can submit a deck to me in the Discord every single month. Same with patrons as well. If you're not, well, hey, we've got other things. We're going to be organizing a tournament soon. I'm not sure if we're going to be doing a peasant format or if we want to do like another hero tournament. So we're going to be doing like just a fun kind of community tournament that's going to be open to everybody, and I'll arrange that also through the Discord, and you can check that out down below. So thanks everyone for stopping by, and I will be back for the matches.